Dear Eve, and welcome to Sibyl Tarot. This is a reading for the new moon in Aquarius that's occurring on the 11th of February 2021. I'm just going to pull a few cards here and see what this new moon in Aquarius is going to bring to the collective during this time. So the first card out we have here is Vesta, the goddess within, your sacred spiritual center and quiet dignity. Lovely. The next card we have here is the 7th house. This area of your life is about long-term significant partners and romantic business or family. Okay, I think that's it from them. So we have Vesta and the 7th house. So with this new moon, the card here for the new moon in Aquarius, and it says bring love into the situation. So this could be talking about, you know, love in a relationship, with a significant partner, you know, romantic business or family, with this new moon here. And Vesta is talking about, you know, the inner god, the goddess within, you know, of like Venus is, you know, the goddess, the planet Venus, and then Vesta is the star, you know, it's more on a spiritual one. So the first card out we have here is the Hermit, and the Hermit is Virgo energy. I think Vesta at the moment is in the sign of Virgo. We also have here is the High Priestess. So we have Virgo and Pisces energy on the table already. And these are actually the opposite signs. So, you know, if you were a Pisces rising, your 7th house, which is here, would be talking about Virgo. And the same with Virgo, if you were, you know, if you had placements of Virgo in your chart, your 7th house would be, you know, the hype would be Pisces energy. So this is probably talking about, you know, relationships, and this is what Aquarius is all about, you know, is humanitarianism. It's about communication with others, you know, and, you know, different relationships on a collective level. And then the next card we have out here is the Empress, and this is the Empress. The Empress is Venus energy, and Venus is in Aquarius at the moment as well. And with this new moon, there's several planets now in Aquarius at the moment. We have Saturn, Jupiter, we have Venus, Mercury. Mercury's retrograde at the moment. So, and then, you know, we have the Sun. So the moon is traveling because the moon is, you know, the fastest planet there in our solar system, so to speak, and it's traveling by all these planets in Aquarius, you know, before it meets up with the Sun on the 11th, which is causing this new moon. So it's like that it's kind of nearly having a conversation with each of these planets that is in Aquarius, and like then it's going to bring, you know, these conversations, you know, to the Sun, you know, and what is to be revealed with this new moon. So I'm just going to get into the reading here. I'm using the Rider-Waite tarot deck. And the first card out we have here is the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is the minor arcana, but it represents the sun. We also have here is the Two of Pentacles, both earth energy. And this is what the new moon represents. The new moon represents, you know, setting your intentions for the next, you know, year and a half or so, you know, quietly, you know, setting your intentions as to what you want to bring into your life here. And this could be talking with this, you know, this Ace of Pentacles here, because the Ace is a new beginning, a fresh start. Do you know, Pentacles can talk about something that's grounded, balanced and stable, especially here with the Empress. You know, it talks about the second house, can talk about money, but it can mostly talk about, you know, security. It can talk also about, you know, food, you know, so stuff that is born, you know, stuff that is grown from earth, I should say, not born. But the Empress does talk about, you know, giving birth to new ideas, you know, new projects. Oh, look what we have out, you know, under the Empress, we have the Empress card again here. This is really, you know, talking about, you know, bringing abundance into your life, something that you want to create, do you know what I mean? Something that you probably have, you know, you want to sow the seed with, you want to plant this, and this is what this new moon is asking you to do. You know, and with the Two of Pentacles, it's kind of like, you know, to take action in what it is that you want to plant, you know, sow the seed with, that you kind of want to invest in as well with the Empress here. And especially if it's, you know, with the 7th house, it can talk about relationships. You could also be thinking of, you know, investing in a partnership of some sort, whether this be, you know, romantically or, you know, business or family or that. And as I said, with all this Aquarian energy going on, it is talking about for the higher good of, you know, everyone, you know. So whatever it is, whatever your intention that you're setting during this new moon, you know, it's to, you know, for the greater of all. It's not to be just for oneself, so to speak. It's lovely energy, it's a lovely reading. Right, so as we have here is vested the goddess within your sacred spiritual center and quiet dignity. So as I said, this could be something, you know, you're setting your intentions during this new moon, quietly, you know, reservedly, maybe not saying it to others or that, you know, and maybe lighting a candle, setting your intentions. And as to what it could be, you know, to do with, you know, partnerships, you know, romantic, business or family, because it's to do with the 7th house, and the 7th house talks about long-term partnerships. You know, it could be with your, you know, with your other half or that, or, you know, a family member or that, but it's saying that you're quietly setting your intentions, and even if that you're not in a relationship or that, you know, maybe that's what you're setting your intentions for over the next 18 months, you know, to enter into, you know, a relationship that will bring out the inner goddess in you, you know. And we have here is the Empress as well, you know, someone that may treat you like an empress or that. But we have here is the Hermit. The Hermit is Virgo energy. The Hermit talks about going within, you know, and the Hermit has this star in his lamp, and he's following, you know, he's guided towards his path, you know, his spiritual path. And also the Hermit talks about, you know, the planets lining up. As you can see here, the planets lining up, and this can actually, you know, represent this stellium of planets that are happening in Aquarius at this time. You know, this could be talking about a fated incident, or just a fated path that you should be on. Do you know what I mean? And you're going within to find the spiritual path that's fated for you. We have here is the High Priestess. The High Priestess talks about an inner knowing, you know. The High Priestess, she's quite intuitive, you know, and there's a river that runs deep beneath this High Priestess, you know, and it's the river of memories, you know, and she can draw from those river of memories to put her on that path, you know, and she knows as to what decisions to make because of her intuition, you know, or that she's been there, you know, before that, you know. And then we have here is the Empress, and the Empress is, you know, is the card of abundance. You know, it's Venus represents the Empress, and Venus is the planet of abundance, the planet of love, and the planet of material gain, you know, stuff that is tangible, stuff that is around you, you know. And you could be, you know, setting your intentions for this, you know. It could be, you know, relationship, as I say, because it's the Venus, you know, the planet of love. But it also can be, you know, luxuries that you want in your life. And this is what this new moon is asking you to do, to set your intentions for this. We have here is the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is a brand new beginning. It's earth energy, you know, and it's a gift from, you know, the universe, from the divine. You know, it's giving you a gift to begin, you know, to start anew, to start afresh, something that is grounded and balanced. We also, even though we have Venus in Aquarius, we also have Uranus in Taurus, and Taurus is earth energy. Taurus is represented by Venus, you know, and Venus is the daughter of Uranus, and Venus will travel to Taurus to meet up with Uranus in the next couple of months here. And this could be, you know, this could be saying that, you know, to set your intentions now for, you know, for the roots to start taking effect within the next couple of months here. We have here is the Two of Pentacles, you know. Could be like that once you do set your intentions, or that, you know, there may be a bit of juggling to kind of get a grip onto this, you know, to get a handle on it, of what it is that you want to do. So you may have to kind of do the dance of change, so to speak, and to keep yourself balanced and aligned, more so aligned with you know, your higher self, that you're not going to be, even though maybe your intentions is to bring in abundance, but you're not going to trample on other people's feet. You're not going to, you know, cross you know, create enemies on your way. Do you know what I mean? So you kind of have to maneuver yourself your way through this. And then once again we have here is the Empress. The Empress, this is just kind of, you know, confirming with, you know, that it's twice that, you know, this is very strong, a very strong new moon, as they say. You know, it's because of this stellium of planets all in Aquarius, and now this moon is going to meet up with the sun, you know, on the 11th, and it's going to be, you know, at the exact both are going to be at the exact degrees, and I think it's in around 12 degrees of Aquarius or that, you know. But this new moon has travelled past these planets to reach to the sun, you know what I mean, to reach to the divine, to your soul, so to speak. I'm just going to see, is there any more cards here I want to come out? But it's a lovely reading. So the next card we have here is the Six of Swords, which is air energy. We also have here is the Two of Wands. And we have the Two of Wands placed over the Two of Pentacles. There may be, you know, kind of I don't know if it would be a tough decision to make, you know, at this time, but the Six of Swords can talk about travelling, moving away from something, moving out of choppy waters into calmer waters. And maybe that's what the intention is, you know, there may have been some turmoil or that, you know, in the recent past, you know, and with this Two of Wands, you're choosing now, you're making a decision to, you know, move yourself into calmer waters, to move away from this, you know, troublesome time. That maybe you've learned a life lesson as well. We also have here is the Devil energy, which is Capricorn energy. And the other card that fell out here is the Six of Wands, which is fire energy. I feel more so, you know, because it's about relationships, somebody might be moving from, you know, troubled waters or that, you know, into calmer waters, you know. They may be making a decision here to do with a relationship. I feel because it's this Devil energy is under the Empress, I don't feel that you know, it's, you know, I feel it's somewhat, you know, a positive. I feel that this person, you know, might be very, very attracted to you, you know, with the Devil energy, you know, that way. And you know, they're very attracted to you because, you know, of the Empress card here. They see you as their Empress, you know what I mean, and they may want, you know, to be successful with you, you know. They may look up to you or that, or maybe this person, if it is, you know, that they like to get attention, you know, and maybe they're looking to get attention from their Empress as well. So, and it does say as well that because of the Mars and Uranus in Taurus, it's kind of squaring up against these planets that are in Aquarius. And it could be like, you know, in around the new moon, there may be, or just coming up before the new moon here, there may be like, you know, an argument or that, you know, and it could be with a significant other or that. But I feel, you know, as well, that it shouldn't come then after the new moon or that, you know. You'll realise that, you know, or you'll kind of make up, you know what I mean? And this is what this is saying as well, especially with these two Empress here, is kind of, how would you say, you know, around the 13th, you know, 14th, and this is, you know, Valentine's Day, and, you know, this is saying, you know, and especially here, look, we have here with this new moon, bring love into the situation, you know. So it's kind of, you know, saying, you know, to treat your partner, you know, to give them, you know, maybe, you know, special treatment. And I know everybody does that probably around Valentine's or whatever, but, you know, even more so, you know, this year as to, you know, as to what's gone on, you know, in the past year or that, you know, to make that day extra special, you know, for that someone special in your life, or even if you haven't got somebody special, your loved ones, you know, that are close to you or that, you know, family or friends, to maybe, you know, to treat yourself for that. But I tell you, Valentine's Day, you know, is, you know, it's probably one of my favourite days of the year. And it's not because of the romantic, you know, thing about it, like as in, you know, buying chocolates and flowers and all that, you know. It's not about that, you know. It's not even about, you know, the religious side of it, about, you know, Valentine, you know, getting killed for marrying all these, you know, young couples while before the men went off to war with that. It's because that, you know, on the day itself, on the 14th, you know, of February, it is the first day of the mating season in, you know, in the animal kingdom. And I think this is, you know, a beautiful thing, like, you know. And you kind of notice it in around that day as well, if you ever go walking in the forest or that, you know, all you can hear is animals, you know, and they're, you know, calling out their, you know, calling for their mates or whatever, you know, to come to them. And this is what this, you know, Venus here, this is what this Empress is all about, do you know, is calling in your soulmate as well, do you know. So I'm just going to pull a couple of more cards here to end the reading. Definitely, though, you know, being on a journey, you know, you've learned some life lesson here, you know, in it. Or you will do during this, you know, during this time. But I feel this is more so, you know, a significant other or that, you know, and they may be moving out of choppy waters into calmer waters here. Do you know? They may have decisions to be made. But I feel with this devil energy, you know, it could be that, you know, they may have repetitive patterns that they repeat, you know, over and over again, you know, some type of I'm not going to say, like, you know, just patterns, you know, throughout life. Maybe the I don't know, you know, it can be anything, you know, that way. And I feel that they're trying to, you know, get over this, you know, to be successful in getting over this energy, this devil energy with this. So the next we have is the two of swords, which is another two. Do you know, there's 3 twos here in this reading already. Yeah. And the High Priestess is a 2 as well. And the 2 of Swords also talks about being indecisive. You know, it's Moon in Libra. But, you know, a decision has to be made. This is coming into the future. And this always, for me, represents the new moon as well. See this new moon here, you know. So this could be representing that you know, maybe that you will have, you know, decided as to which way that you want to go. Do you know, that way? And probably to take the blindfold off and, you know, to step forward here. It's lovely. Now we have here is the 3 of Pentacles. So especially for couples or that, you know, this talks about solid foundation. It talks about teamwork. It can talk about, you know, moving in together or that, establishing, you know, a relationship that kind of putting, you know, like a label on it, so to speak. But there's a lot of grounding energy here, a lot, you know, of earth energy here, which is very good. Yeah, this is lovely. These last two cards now that have popped out, we have here is the 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Sure, what more would you want? Probably one of the best cards on the deck is the 10 of Pentacles. Do you know what I mean? Because you have it all here. You know, you have, you know, family, love, you have the Pentacles, do you know, that way, and it can talk about, you know, generations of family or that. You have the dogs here, you know, that are talking about loyalty or that. We also get along with that, you have the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups talks about new beginnings in your love area, you know, or a renewal of a love. Do you know that way? So even if you are in a relationship, you know, just a renewal of love, you know. And this as well, look, we have here 2 new beginnings here, you know, 1 Pentacles and Grounded, and this would represent this, and the other is Cups of love, you know, and that represents, you know, partnerships, you know, whether that be friendship, family, or, you know, lovers or that. But it is, you know, really a lovely reading here, like, you know. And we also have now to justify, to bring love into the situation, which is the new moon in Aquarius, because as I say, you know, with Aquarius, you know, talking about, you know, as in the collective, and Aquarius is all about that, you know. It's all about, you know, everybody, not just, you know, just out for oneself or that. So I do hope you like the reading. If you do, please like, share, subscribe. Cheers, Slán.